The Commodore 64, the best-selling computer of all time, released in August of 1982. At launch, it costed about $595 US, which accounting to inflation is about $1,613 now. It used an 8-bit processor, the MOS Technology 6510, which was clocked at 1.023 MHz for the NTSC version and downclocked to 0.985 for the PAL version. It has 64 kilobytes of RAM and a 20 kilobyte ROM with the kernel in BASIC. The C64 does have a dedicated graphics chip, the VIC-2, the successor to the VIC chip used in the predecessor to the 64, the VIC-20. The display resolution is 320 by 200 pixels, and it can display up to 16 colors. It can also display sprites. It does use a sound chip. It's called the Sid Chip. The Sid Chip has 3 channels, which can each play any of these 4 waveforms: square, triangle, sawtooth, and noise. For I/O, it has 2 joystick ports, a power connector, a cartridge slot, a connector for the RF modulator, an audio-video connector, a serial port for connecting disk drives and printers, a cassette drive connector, and the user port, which can be used for things like modems. Most common peripherals are the 1541 disk drive, the 1530 dataset, which is used to read and write to cassettes, and the 1701 and 1702 monitors. I do not have the dataset or the monitors. The Commodore sold the 1701 and 1702 monitors. There are also cables that allowed you to connect the computer to other composite monitors or RF-based TVs. Now, for a demo of BASIC. So this program has 2 lines. One that is just a print command, which will print my channel name, and the second one is a go-to line, which when it reaches, it will just loop. So if I were to type run, it will print my channel name infinitely until I do run stop, until I press the run stop key, which then stops the program from running. And if you ever need to pull up a previously written program, you type list, and it will print the program on the next line. And to access a disk drive, you want to go load, and this will do the first file on the disk, asterisk, comma 8, comma 1. Then it will look for that file on the disk, but the disk won't be able to find, but the drive is making noises because it can't find anything. As you can see, it gave a file not found error because there is no disk in the drive. But if I were to put a disk in the drive, then it would load the first file found on the disk, which is how you load up games and programs.